Harry, you attended a restorative justice forum event recently in Newry. Can you tell us what that was about?
That was a meeting which is made up of people from across the island, and it was to really sort of investigate if there was an appetite to organise an All Island conference, which would be about examining the use of restorative justice and restorative practice throughout the island, and get a sense of, was it a good idea, was it something we wanted to do, and how we would actually do it, what would be the logistics of it.
You say there was interest in restorative justice across the island. Can you give me some examples of that?
Well, I suppose in the first instance, in a northern sense, the restorative practice and restorative justice is employed across a whole range of fields. Speaking from our own perspective here, the community sector, or in communities, restorative practices and restorative justice approaches are alive and well. There's then the education field, the criminal justice field, the care sector, right through to other statutory agencies such as probation, youth justice agency, and even into the prisons, where there's some of this type of approach being used. In an Irish or an island context, it was quite clear to see that that was being replicated in the south, and that many of the same agencies are starting to have a look at restorative practice and are starting to develop it.
So Harry, what's the next steps in this project?
Well, at the initial meeting, the sort of inaugural meeting, we put out a draft agenda in terms of some ideas in terms of venue, speakers, how the conference would or should or could be run, so on and so forth. So there was a lot of good ideas, but I suppose the first thing was, is there a willingness to do it, which was a resounding yes. The second thing is then, let's tie down some of those logistics, which we're doing, and there will then be a follow-up meeting to try and sort of progress this.
So where do you see this all going?
Well, at the meeting, that was one of the questions that was asked from a number of participants, and I suppose the simple answer is, look, we don't have a destination, we don't have a planned end point, but what we do want to see is to, build on restorative practice, build on restorative principles, which at its core is about building relationships, good, strong, healthy relationships, which is what we want to do. So that's about sharing practice and about moving our knowledge across the island.